Be Me, 30, artist in Austin, co-founder of a feminist art co-op called Venus Rising, paint murals about smashing patriarchy. Instagram bio, eat men like capitalism eats the poor, lol edgy. Rarely hang with guys except when they're models for our workshops. Circle of feminist friends tight af. Riley is the loudest. She's the one who started Date for Justice thread on Twitter. Brags about making dudes pay for emotional reparations. We clap every time she posts screenshots. Empowerment. My younger cousin Evan, 27, public school teacher, quiet bookish, runs a weekend program teaching kids to garden, lives modestly, thrift store furniture, old Honda, no tattoos, no hot takes online, always brings extra snacks to family gatherings, rare species, gentle man, we're not super close but he's solid. Riley says she's ready to heal, wants a stable partner. Someone who won't weaponize masculinity. Lightbulb moment. You should meet my cousin Evan. Introduce them at a gallery opening. Evan helps carry Riley's canvases to her car. She posts chivalry isn't dead if you pick the right man on IG. Gets 5K likes. Evan texts me thanks for introducing us. Wholesome, EXC, they start dating. Riley tells us he's so thoughtful it's scary. He bakes bread for her openings, plans picnics with local vegan cheese. We tease but also kinda cringe. Make sure he pays though lol. Riley nods, I'm not subsidizing patriarchy. 6 months later, she moves into his little duplex. She films a TikTok of him painting her studio for free. Caption, soft life loading. I'm proud. Tell everyone at the co-op I created a power couple. She starts wanting his work schedule. Says she needs it to sync our energies. Texts him who you with, if he's 5 min late. He laughs nervously, she's just passionate. I shrug, everyone's got trauma. Riley goes on self-care retreats. Every other weekend, somewhere in Arizona, Evan calls me one night, voice small. Do you think it's weird she's gone so much? I say she's just recharging, don't be insecure. He goes quiet, sometimes I feel like she's waiting for me to slip. I chuckle, no girl stays with a guy she doesn't like. A year passes, wedding time. Riley designs it as an eco-matriarchal union. Evan pays most of it because he earns more. She jokes about his thrift suits on stage. I laugh too. Now it haunts me. After honeymoon, she makes a vision board, wants a Tesla, wants Evan to get admin position. Teachers don't earn enough for legacy, tells him to stop donating to the shelter. Focus on us. He sells his comic book collection to buy her a designer bag. She posts, he gets it. I call them goals, more wine nights, more clapbacks at men online. Slowly, Riley stops replying in group chat. Her posts shift from soft life to queen energy knows when to walk away. Evan still smiles at family dinners but eyes duller. Says he's working overtime. Riley meets us one night without him. Says he's emotionally stagnant. Says he's distant, boring, obsessed with work. I mumble maybe he's tired. She rolls eyes, men always use stress as excuse to be lazy. Whole table nods. I stay quiet. They have a kid, baby boy named Milo. Looks like Evan. Riley posts, raising a feminist king. Makes Evan do all 3 a.m. feedings. He never complains, starts a college fund anyway. Tells me he made a will. If anything happens, I want everything to go to Riley and Milo. I smile, you're such a good man. He says, I just want to protect my family. One day Evan shows up at my studio, face pale, hands shaking. He saw Riley's messages with some dude named Asher. Texts about how Evan is a great provider but uninspiring. Says she's been seeing him on retreats. My chest caves in. He whispers, I don't know how to be angry, I just feel empty. I say, confront her. He says she'll just flip it on me. He does anyway. She denies, then says, "You've been neglecting me." He says, "I was working overtime to support you." She says, "That's not love, that's control." Next day, divorce papers. No warning. Evan texts me, "Did you know?" I didn't. She moves out same week. He's still paying rent on the duplex. Starts getting migraines. She hires a lawyer, files for spousal support. Says he robbed her of her prime years. They were married 2.5 years. She posts, "Never settle for potential." Girls cheer her on. I watch silently. Court hearings begin. She plays financial abuse card, says Evan made her feel trapped, even though she used his card freely, even though he never told her no. Even the Tesla down payment was silencing. Judge asks about her income. She says she's building a healing brand. Zero revenue, but motherhood is full-time job. Court nods. Riley cries on cue. Like a pro, Evan just sits there. Gravity, EXC. His lawyer says he wants joint custody. No asset fight, just peace. Her lawyer smirks, "We're here for fairness." They take half his savings and his small house. Plus 2.5K dollars a month child support. She gets primary custody. Judge says Evan can see Milo twice a month supervised. Emotionally unstable. He cries in hallway, not for himself, for Milo who won't remember bedtime stories. He leaves court looking 15 years older. She says he neglected her, mentions his long hours, turns it into cruelty, brings up a time he forgot oat milk. Judge nods. I sit in back seat, stomach twisting. Evan's hair thinning, eyes hollow, used to whistle while cooking, now just stares at coffee. She gets the house, he gets weekend custody of their dog. Text from him. "Do you think she ever loved me?" I type 4 replies, delete all, just write, "I don't know." He never responds. Run into Riley at a coffee shop. She fakes smiles, "Hey, stranger." I say, "You broke him." She sips matcha, "He broke himself." I just chose freedom. Something in me snaps. Freedom. "You drained him and called it growth." She laughs, "Men aren't built for real women, not my fault." "You used him. You offered him to me, remember?" Heart stops. She's right. Not even defensive, just cold. "You girls always cheer when we cash out. Why act shocked now?" I can't breathe, because deep down I did. Called her a queen for every bag, reposted her affirmations, thought she was empowering herself. Turns out she was feeding on good men. And I served him on a plate. Family dinner weeks later. Evan shows up late. Mom hugs him longer than usual. See him sitting in car after, engine off, just staring at dashboard like moving will break him. Sit beside him. He doesn't look up from plate. I whisper, "I didn't know she'd do that." He shrugs. "You warned me she was intense, not that she was cruel." Go home, cry for first time in months, scroll old IG posts, hashtags, murals, chants, start wondering, was it ever about equality or just about winning? Join a forum where men talk about their divorces, read every thread, cry more than I'll admit, call my cousin Nate, ask why he's never married. He sighs because we can't win. If we don't pay, we're broke. If we pay, we're wallets. If we speak up, we're controlling. If we're quiet, we're cold. If we work a lot, we're neglectful. If we don't, we're lazy. It's a trap. We're not scared of love, we're scared of what happens when it ends. He says an ex took half his savings after 3 years, then called him toxic for not inspiring her. Tell Evan he's not alone, hangs up. I stare at my phone, remember every time I said real men aren't afraid of commitment, didn't know what I was asking them to risk. Sit with Evan last week, bring his favorite chai. He smiles faintly. I say, "I failed you." He nods. Puts cup down. "You know what hurts? I stayed quiet. I did everything right, paid for dates, supported her, didn't cheat, worked hard, still lost everything. They say men are trash, but no one says what being a good man looks like anymore. I wasn't her partner, I was her project." I tear up. He doesn't, past tears. I look at couples now and see traps. Marry wrong and you don't just lose love, you lose your life. I tell him I'm here. He says, too late now. Finishes chai, walk home that night, wind feels sharper, mind replays his voice. I did everything right, find an old photo of us. He's teaching me to ride a bike. I'm bossing him around. He's smiling. Some part of me never stopped bossing him. He said, you believed what everyone else believed. You're not the only one. I said, but I was supposed to protect you. Maybe that's what hurts most. I wasn't a bystander. I was the bridge she walked over. If you're a woman reading this, please don't laugh when men say they're scared. Don't dismiss when they say marriage terrifies them. When it goes wrong, they don't just lose love. They lose homes, money, kids, and peace. Evan made me realize that while most men have flaws, not all of them deserve to be treated like disposable utilities. I cried in the studio bathroom that night. Not for Evan, but for me. For who I used to be. For every gallery night I clapped at Riley's screenshots. We called it feminism. But now that it's my cousin, I'm not sure what to call it. Was I always this blind? Now I hear his voice when I see couples smile. Wonder how many men will one day whisper same words. I did everything right.